You're not going to believe this, but Samsung might be playing it a little too safe with the Galaxy S26 Ultra again. While everyone else is throwing 6,000 mAh batteries and blazing fast charging speeds into their flagships, Samsung might just be staying exactly where they've been for years. But before you get too disappointed, there's a twist that might actually flip the entire narrative. And no, it's not just about the battery. Welcome back, viewers! Sam here. If you're into tech that surprises, disappoints, then maybe surprises again, go ahead and like this video, share it around, and hit that subscribe button for more updates just like this one. Okay, so let's get into it. The Galaxy S26 Ultra, Samsung's crown jewel, is shaping up to be one of the most talked about phones in months, and not just for the reasons you'd expect. On the surface, things that feel familiar, same 5,000 mAh battery, probably, same 200MP camera sensor, most likely. But there's a much bigger story unfolding underneath all that. Rumors suggest Samsung is planning to expand the lineup with a fourth device, the S26 Edge, possibly replacing the less popular S26 Plus. Here's the exciting news: you can now reserve Samsung's upcoming Galaxy devices and unlock amazing benefits without making any payment upfront. Just click the special link in the description, which takes you straight to the official Samsung reservation page. There, you'll also get an exclusive sneak peek at their unpacked teaser trailer. Once you're on the site, simply scroll down and enter your first name, last name, and email address. You can also add your phone number if you like. Make sure to check the giveaway box and answer 2 quick questions. Once the Reserve Now button turns blue, tap it, and you're all set. By reserving early, you'll automatically get a chance to win 5,000 Samsung credit, receive a 50,000 Samsung credit, and unlock savings of up to 150 on your next Galaxy device. No strings attached, just free perks for showing interest early. This move alone could signal a shift in how Samsung approaches flagship segmentation, especially if the Edge becomes the thinner, sleeker sibling with top-tier features. And yes, thinner is a theme this year, across the whole lineup. That brings us to the biggest design shift. Samsung appears to be doubling down on slim. It started with the S25 series and now it's continuing full steam ahead. Part of the magic, shrinking the camera module size, especially that ultra slim 200MP setup we saw on the S25 Edge. Combine that with refined glass backs, aluminum frames for base models, and titanium for the Ultra and Edge, and you've got phones that feel more premium in hand but lighter in the pocket. Now let's talk chips. And this is where things get interesting. The S26 and S26 Plus are expected to feature Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 Elite in select markets like the US, Canada, and China. But the rest of the world, they'll likely get Samsung's new Exynos 2600 chip. Yep, the Exynos name is back, but this time it's based on its 7 process. If it lives up to the hype, it could finally close the performance gap with Snapdragon. Still, Samsung seems to be saving the best for the Ultra, which will exclusively rock Qualcomm's latest flagship chip globally. As for RAM and storage, Samsung's no longer playing small. The base model with 12GB RAM and 256GB storage, not bad. But here's where it gets wild: a globally available 16GB RAM and 1TB storage version of the Ultra. This is no longer limited to certain regions. Power users rejoice, especially if you're into gaming, video editing, or multitasking like a maniac. And here's something you probably didn't see coming. Samsung is reportedly sourcing over half of its RAM chips for the S26 series from Micron instead of its own semiconductor division. Why? It turns out Micron's chips are outperforming Samsung's in efficiency and production yields. It's a rare move for a company to trust a rival with critical components, but it shows that Samsung is prioritizing performance over ego. Smart. Now let's circle back to the battery drama. Is the 5,000 mAh battery on the Ultra a deal breaker? For some, yes, especially considering how far rivals have leaped. But rumors hint that Samsung might finally step beyond the current 45W charging limit. If they push to 60W or higher, charging could get fast enough to make the same size battery feel acceptable. Still, no silicon-carbon battery breakthrough just yet. Speaking of features that define the Ultra line, let's talk S Pen. After stripping Bluetooth and Air actions from the S25 Ultra's pen, Samsung might be going back to the drawing board. Some reliable leaks claim Samsung is experimenting with removing the digitizer entirely, which could radically change how the S Pen works. Not remove it, just redesign it. Think Apple's style magnetic accessories and wireless charging baked right into the phone. Could this be the Galaxy's version of MagSafe? Maybe. But there's a catch. This redesigned S Pen might not fit inside the device. Instead, it could live in a special magnetic case, similar to what we've seen on the Z Fold series. This opens up another mystery. Will the Ultra still have that built-in S Pen slot? Or is this the beginning of the end for embedded styluses in Galaxy phones? Either way, it feels like Samsung is setting the stage for a big shift, one that could excite or infuriate die-hard Note fans. The camera department, here's the twist. While the S26 Ultra may keep its 200MP sensor, the real change might happen through software, improved image processing, better stabilization, smarter AI-based enhancements. Samsung's camera magic has often come from behind the scenes, not just from megapixel counts. That said, if you're hoping for next-gen hardware, you might have to wait another year. Oh, and speaking of AI, Samsung isn't just sticking to Galaxy AI and Google's Gemini this time. Word is, they're testing out integration with Perplexity, a ChatGPT competitor, across Samsung apps. Bixby might finally become more useful. Imagine smarter browser search, voice commands that actually make sense, and real-time info pulled from the web, all inside One UI 8.5 launching with Android 16. So is this year about revolution or refinement? Honestly, it looks like Samsung is focused on building a stronger foundation. Sleeker designs, smarter features, better component sourcing, rather than flashy gimmicks. If you're coming from an older phone like the S21 or S22, this could feel like a solid leap. But if you've got an S25 Ultra in your pocket right now, you might need a really good reason to upgrade. Still, leaks are leaks. Samsung could be holding back surprises for Unpacked. Maybe there's a new charging tech or software trick up their sleeve. But one thing's for sure, the Galaxy S26 series is all about calculated upgrades. Less boom, more polish. Let's just hope it's enough to keep fans excited. And hey, if you've made it this far, you're officially one of the tech elite. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Is this the Galaxy you've been waiting for, or just more of the same?